Well, somebody accused me the other day of being a redneck, and after thanking them for the compliment, it dawned on me that they probably did not mean it in a nice way. But I digress. So, this is a quiz. How redneck are you based on these yes or no questions? Now, the first one, do you change your own oil? Well, I have issue with this, and the reason why I have issue with this is I know a feller who lives on a farm not too far from my house, and he's really not doing all that well financially. And if my oil needs to be changed, well, I'll come up with a reason to stop it over there and give him a few bucks for doing something. So the uh, uh, the answer is, do I change my own oil? No, but I could easily. Yes. Um, but I'm going to be honest, you know, no, I haven't recently because of the feller. Um, have you ever raised a goat? Well, um, I've been around goats. I've never owned one personally because I live in town and I don't think I'm zoned for that. But I would if I was on more land. But I'm going to have to be honest and say no. Would you enjoy going mudding? Well, yeah. Mudding for you city fellers, what don't go outside much, is basically just you got your truck or a car with big tires will do, maybe a Jeep, and you just tear up some land and drive around and um, you know get yourself in precarious places and then get towed out, kind of thing. Do you have any double first cousins? Um, no, I don't think so. Do you go deer hunting every year? No, I don't go deer hunting, and the only reason why is because I couldn't hit a side of a barn with a hand grenade. There are some people better with firearms than I am. Actually, most people are better with firearms than I am. I I am going to be. I'm going to have to say no, to be honest, but um, I'm in the process of trying to acquire a bow. Okay, and because I am such a lousy shot, I think using a different conveyance would probably help. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I mean, deer hunting is fine. I don't have a problem with it. Are you prepared for a natural disaster? Well, yeah, I believe so. Um, I have I got some MREs in a box somewhere, and if the power goes out, I have candles. You got to figure I live in the country, so the power will go out every now and then. Although I'm on the same little power grid as the mayor of the town, so when the power goes out, it doesn't stay out for long. Do you own a rifle? No, not right now. Um, the only reason why is because they're expensive and I'm poor. And if I want to shoot, yeah, I'll just go out with somebody I know and hey, let me shoot. Okay, here you go. Pow, pow, pow. You know, I, yeah, I don't know. Do you like the sound of loud engines? Well, yeah, man, trucks are great. Um, do you know how to use a weed eater? Well, yeah, it's not hard. Do you plant a few vegetables in the spring? Well, again, I'm gonna have to say no. And the only reason why I don't plant vegetables in my yard is because I live next door to the stereotypical crazy cat lady. And if I planted vegetables, those little boogers, they will attack anything and everything. They'll do it, you know? Uh, Especially if I put fertilizer down, it's got strange scents or anything like that. They will attack. They attack plants that I don't plant. They're beasts, man. So I'm going to have to say no. And there's a few of these things, like this one here, that I would do if it wasn't for circumstances. You know, do I do raise chickens? No, I'm not zoned for that. I live in a town. I would if I had more land. See, this is another one of those questions, you know, circumstances. It should say, are you willing to raise chickens if you could? That would be a better question. Do you raise chickens? Not everybody is in an area, even if you are in the country, where that's practical. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, do you love Brad Paisley's music? He's okay. I mean, I don't love the guy, but he's okay. I mean, I don't not like him, so I guess. Does Jeff Foxworthy make you laugh? Well, yeah, he's hilarious. Do you own more than one flannel shirt? I think this test is confusing rednecks with how to be Canadian. I don't see how owning a flannel shirt has anything at all to do with being a redneck. Now, again, I think a better question would be, do you own more than one camouflage shirt? Which I do. Now, if that was the question, I would say yes. I don't think I own more than one flannel shirt. So no, but I, that's not a good question. I'm going to say yes because they're trying to gauge whether or not I'm a redneck, and I am a redneck. The way these questions are asked, yeah, they're very cut and dry questions. They don't leave a lot of wiggle room. Does your dog go everywhere with you? Well, he did when he was alive, so I'm going to say yes. Do you enjoy drinking craft beer? No. Uh, do you take a monthly trip to landfill? I used to. I'm going to say yes. There is, in the landfill in the county that I'm in Raleigh County, there's actually a secondhand shop. And the fellers that work the landfill, if there's any good stuff that's thrown out, they'll put it into this shop. And I've actually got a bunch of stuff in there I was able to resell at the flea market and things like that. Do you have a close-knit family? Um, some are, some aren't. I mean, I talk to some, I don't talk to others. Some are much farther away. In fact, most of them are far away. So, I mean, yes in some ways and no in some ways. The problem with having a large family is, it's that's a very yes or no cut and dry question. Don't particularly care for how it's worded. I'm going to have to say no just because we're all so far apart. You know, are you devoutly religious? What? I, I believe in Jesus. What is the problem with that question? And again, this is another question. Is Jesus hated religion? Jesus was not a religious man. He was about relationships. He was about personal things. He made it very clear that he did not like religious people at all, throwing tables at them and everything. Um, so I don't know. Maybe I should click no. I You see, this test was written by somebody who has absolutely no clue what it means to be a redneck. Uh, you know, I'm just going to say yes because that's probably what they're looking for. But do you know all the words to the national anthem? Probably. Do you watch all NASCAR races? See, this question here tells me that they don't have any clue about what it means to be a redneck because, well, take Daytona Beach International Speedway. It's in the middle of a gigantic metropolis right down the road from Orlando. You know, there's lots of different people that go there and watch that race, and they're not necessarily rednecks. And they changed the rules a number of years ago, and a lot of people were turned off from the races because of the rule change. You can have, I guess, different ads per race rather than having like your sponsor for an entire year or something like that. Um, the whole stereotype of country people liking NASCAR is really kind of a misnomer. There are fans, but most people are kind of turned off by the fact that they change the rules on a whim. And yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. I've seen races, but I don't know. Do you know anyone named Hank? I don't think I do, actually. Is the 4th of July your favorite holiday? No. Favorite holiday? I really dig Thanksgiving. I like the foodie thing. I've had a lot of Thanksgivings alone, but when I can hook up with some folks, that's preferable. Um, Christmas is cool. Easter is fun, you know. But no, 4th of July isn't my favorite holiday. Have you ever served in the military? No, I got really flat feet. I actually tried to serve in the military um, during the first Gulf War. Was the Storm and Norman, and nobody would take me because my feet were so darn flat. Would you enjoy going out for sushi? Yeah, I'd give sushi a try. Have you ever tried moonshine? Yeah, it's okay. Well, no, it's actually not okay. It's awful, but yes, I've tried it and I'd probably do it again. Does your vehicle have any souped up features? Why would the person writing this that think that a real country redneck could afford to soup up his truck? I guess we can sometimes. Mine doesn't. I mean, I got a stock Ford Explorer, runs fine. I don't know. Do you think you are a redneck? I think I am, but I think this test is going to deny that. Do you have a collection of trucker hats? Well, yeah, I got quite a few. Do you speak with a southern accent? I can sometimes, but West Virginia is a northern state, so that's awkward. I'm going to click yes because I can. Um, I'm a little redneck. How redneck are you? Based on these yes or no questions, I'm a little redneck. Everyone has a little redneck inside them, and you are no different. You might not have grown up around a lot of rednecks, but something inside you always knows how to prepare for the fight. You're quick to fix things that go wrong. You would rather die than call a handyman. Like a true redneck, you prefer to live and die by your own merit. I guess. This whole test was reaching, though. This test was written by a city feller who doesn't really know what he's talking about. Anyway, I digress. This is a test on play.howstuffworks.com. There's a quiz entitled How Redneck Are You, based on these yes or no questions. So now you know. Now it's confirmed. I'm a little redneck. I've explained a lot of the answers. The first couple ones, though, if we're going back, do I change my own oil? I mean, something like that. No, I could, but like I said, I know a guy, and there's issues there. And then the goat thing. It should be, would you be willing to raise a goat if you could? I'm not in a position living in town where I can have farm animals. We're not zoned for that here. This is a residential area. Okay, there are rules in a town. Okay, mudding, of course, yes. Do I have any double first cut? That's kind of insulting. A question like this is insulting, and that's not cool. I kind of resent that. Uh, do I go deer hunting every year? Not all country people go deer hunting every year. They go deer hunting when they can. They go deer hunting when they're low on venison. They try to go every year. The fellers I know that do it to basically hook up other people that they know. You know, grandma, make sure everybody's got something in their freezer for wintertime. Um, and not everybody owns a rifle. I think I've explained all of this stuff pretty well. I don't know what using a weed eater has to do with being a redneck at all, but you kind of have some problems with this test. But there you go. I completed it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this sort of nonsense, please leave a like. If you did not enjoy this nonsense, please leave a dislike. Thank you for watching nonetheless, and that's what I got. I'm out. It would appear you have reached the end of this video. Well, I want to thank you fellers for watching. Things that way. And if you could go ahead and, you know, share and like and subscribe and all that YouTuber nonsense that they say on the interwebs, what they do there. That'd be nice. Y'all have a nice day.